Hey, English 102, welcome to week 6, and let's get started. So this week starts off with our second Google activities, which is all about logical fallacies. So there's a YouTube video that I want you to watch to kind of overview where a lady is going to talk really fast and really crazy about 31 examples of logical fallacies. In the comment section of that YouTube video are a ton of resources, more videos about fallacies. There's a chapter from a textbook on fallacies, some definitions, all that good stuff. And then when you're done watching the video and reviewing the material, you're going to actually do the Google activity. That activity is located in the discussion board. So let's look at it. You'll see that if you click on the link, it shouldn't do this. It should just go to the page. There we go. All right. All you have to do is put in your email, your name, and what section you're in. So IN1 or IN3, and then answer all the questions. You'll get all of the points if you get all the questions right, which means if you don't get them all right the first time, just do it again. It's a Google form, so it'll say, hey, you want to submit another try? Say yes. Most people only do it twice before they get them all right if you don't get them right on the first time. So that's the first thing, your second Google activity. And just like your first Google activity, it's my hope that this is kind of a review of information that you've seen before, even if you haven't necessarily used this terminology to talk about logical reasoning before. It's really important that we're able to identify some of these pitfalls before we start working on our position papers and as we are doing our debate discussion boards. All right, other things in our calendar. You should be working on your position papers ongoing. So hopefully last week you were able to read the assignment. I suggest this week you look at the example and start thinking about what you would like to write on for your research question. You have a reading this week called Crafting Your Research. I think it's really helpful in thinking about, what do you want to speak and then how to specifically address that question. So there we go. Last thing is our discussion board for this week. So we're moving on to our second debate topic, which is going to be entertainment. You all did a really good job with last week's. So let's see how this one goes. For this one, you can choose any research question that falls within that entertainment topic, but it should be obvious that it falls into that entertainment topic. And if it's not, you should definitely explain. So for example, I don't think that buying stamps is entertainment. Might someone else be able to talk about being a stamp collector in that general category? Sure. So if it falls outside of kind of that normal knowledge range, you might want to just give us a caveat to explain. Beyond that, and looking at last week's research questions, I just want you to hearken back to our annotated bibliography assignment and remember that our research questions should be narrow and focused. So one of the best research questions that I got last week was about having year-round school for students, right? But that question could have been better, even better than it was, and it was pretty great, if it would have been more focused, right? Should, K through 12 public schools in the state of Illinois go to a year-round school system where you have 30 days off in the summer and 15 days off for winter, fall, and spring break? Yes or no? Right? So thinking about being specific is going to be really important, particularly as we're practicing for our position papers, which are not long compositions. So we have to be focused. All right, and then in our replies for this discussion board, we're going to do the opposite of what we did last week. So last week you had to pick somebody that you disagreed with. This time I'm asking you to reply to students that you agree with, but that have a different topic. So if your question is the same or similar, don't do them, do somebody else. And I think that's all that we have. Double checking that calendar. It looks like we talked about everything. So as always, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please email me. Bye.